Okay, so what I've decided to do is, obviously my turf roll is just under a couple of feet, and obviously this is quite small. So what I'm planning to do is to roll it up, keeping it butted to the turf, and then I'm going to cut this this bit of turf out, and then I'm going to turn it over so I've got the other square edge, so I can keep using the square edge against the turf, and then cut in the other edge. So as you can see, I've positioned it into place, trying to get it rolled out, and then really what I'm trying to do is feel where the turf I'm going to try and cut it a little bit bigger, because then I can always, I'll just demonstrate. So if it's a little bit bigger, I can always just tuck it under, tuck it in, and then it'll, like that, you see. So I can feel my knife this is the advantages of having a nice sharp knife, is you can get it into smaller areas rather than using the half moon. So I can just put my hand under, then you can see it just squeeze nicely up into this turf. We just roll that one back up. What we've got now is we've still got this as a nice square edge, so what we'll do is we'll just flick this one round. So we'll keep that rolled up, and then effectively we'll just turn it like that, and now we've got this nice square edge to butt up against there, so that we're trying to keep the cut to this side. So I'll just come back down to here, make sure I can get it if we just get the board. And there we have it, nicely butted in. It's quite nice and tight. Obviously if there's a little gap, it's not, I think that's just where the turf from this side just knocks in. You can always get a handful of top dressing, a bit of divot mix, and just fill in anything just so it gets that nice sort of level surface with the rest that's being played in. So what we'll do then is we'll do the next one using that side. So again, we just offer this into position. Obviously this was the side that was tucked in. Just try and that as best we can. As we're rolling it out, just keep it that's nice and tight against the original turf. So what we'll do now is we'll follow the same principle. We'll just cut down. I find it slightly easier with a knife than I do the half moon, because you can feel more with the blade. of where you want to be with the edge of the turf. Obviously this is just a simple penknife. I see a lot of people using old kitchen bread knives that have been slightly cut down. I've seen people with a like a carpenter's saw, and they've literally cut that to about 6 or 8 inches, because that's, if you're going into nice soil, if you're doing T-tops or if you're doing pitches, that'd be, you know, you've got more control over it. Potentially this blade's a little bit too small, but I've got to feel like I'm going to produce a better finish than I would with the turfing iron. So we just, again, if I just fold this back a little bit, make sure we got a nice clean edge to cut to. Just thinking in here, that feels like it's quite close. Just have a, yeah, so there I can probably get away with lifting it and placing it in. Okay, so as you can see, so from one roll of turf, that's all we've got left over from that one roll of turf, and we've done those 2 strips. So if we're thinking of, you know, environmental best practice, we're minimising the waste of the turf as best we can. Okay, so at the moment we've got that little bit of turf left over from the end of that roll, and we've got that bit up there as well, the same size. So effectively we try to minimise as much waste as we can, so that the turf, we can try and cover as much of the turfing area as we can with the turf that we've been allocated. So we're not going to be able to use this turf, so I think from the golf course's point of view, they'll probably have a composting bay, so it's always good to keep this in their compost, so that they might be able to use it, break it down and use it for building projects or filling in sort of other areas such as like old bunkers or something. So we'll just keep this in an area that we can tidy up at a later date. So as you can see now, we're probably get another couple of turfs, and as you can see, we've got a join here and we haven't got a join next to it, so we're actually keeping our brick pattern going as well. So we'll just we'll get this one into position. Make sure we've got a nice clean edge, so I can feel for when I'm cutting down it.